Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are making over a little girl's room, and really the main goal is to add an accent wall in which we will be adding a board and batten as well as a wallpaper. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, we're doing a room makeover, and this is for a special little girl. And here is the before. On this wall we have this dresser, which is staying, and then the wall with the windows, as well as the accent wall. So on this wall we are going to be creating an accent wall. We're putting board and batten with the wallpaper. All the furniture will be staying, and aside from that, we are also repainting the room. All right, guys, so I just want to show you the quick progress. So far, we finished painting this wall behind me. I'm gonna turn it around, as well as that wall by the window or with the window, and then this wall as well. However, I still need to put the second coat on this wall. And this right behind me is going to be the accent wall, where we are going to put the wallpaper as well as the board and batten. But so far, at least, we're almost done with the wall painting. Okay, one of my favorite features of this room is this big window. It does bring a lot of natural light, which is great. So we're definitely going to maximize this window. And I just can't wait until the accent wall is fully done with the wallpaper and the board and batten. So this is the paint that used to be in this whole room, and with a fresh coat, white paint, look at the difference between the two. It definitely brightens up the room with the white paint. So I've already pre-cut the boards and started installing it as well. So what you see here is the last piece that I'm installing to finish this accent wall. What I didn't show here is the planning process in regards to the spacing of the boards. So I have already calculated that, and the first step I do is measure out the length of the wall and then kind of ideally figure out how many boards you want for your board and batten accent wall. So in this case, I wanted an even number, and I was really playing between the idea of having 6 to 8 boards. So I tried the 8 boards first, and I divided the total length of the wall by 8 boards and got the measurement of the spacing between the boards. Now, one thing I do want to call out here is you want to be cautious of where your outlets are, and see if you have to adjust your spacing measurements to work around that. In my case, I just work with it, and as you can see on one of the boards, I ended up cutting out a portion of it to allow for the outlet. Board and batten has been installed, and I've caulked the boards as well. So now it is ready to be painted, but before that I will be installing the wallpaper on that side. So my friend really wanted the top portion of this wall to be wallpaper, and so I believe she found this wallpaper from Amazon. Although you can't see the colors clearly here, this wallpaper does have a mixture of very subtle pastel colors. So it had some light blues, greens, beige, pink. As you can see, this is one of those peel and stick wallpaper, which is one of my favorite because I find it very easy to use, very user friendly, especially for a beginner. For my case, this is probably the third, if not the fourth time that I had applied a wallpaper, but I definitely like this the best versus those where you have to apply the glue, because at least with the peel and stick, it's very forgiving, and if you make a mistake, it's easy to reposition it. Now that the caulk is dry, it's time to paint. We went for this muted green color. It almost reminds me of a pistachio ice cream, which I love, but this color pulls off from one of the shades off of the wallpaper. All right, we are here today to finish up this room, and it is the best part that I'm about to do, which is decorating. So first thing is we are putting up the curtains, and as you can see, I've already installed the curtain rod, and then some furniture rearranging. This is the dresser that I made over. Maybe hang up some frames right there in that wall. And then we'll put up something on this wall as well. That is it. So we'll go ahead and get started. On this corner of the bed, I have a nightstand to match the finishes of her dresser. And that way she has something to put her books. She loves to read at night. So I thought putting a nightstand where she can put her books and stuff like that would be perfect right there. Time to accessorize the bed. Normally in this situation with an accent wall as well as a patterned wallpaper, I wouldn't use a patterned bedding. However, this bedding that my friend got her daughter was just so darling, and I could not wait to use it for her bed. And although it's pattern on pattern, it's quite alright because it does have that softest pink and it matches perfectly with her wallpaper. Alright, so on this wall, I want to hang up that mirror as well as put up some frames. I had ordered these frames from Mixed Tiles, and they are the ones with the magnet, so that there is no screws or anything like that necessary to put up on your wall, and then you can position them or move them around as many times as you can. So I thought this photo is so sweet, as well as this right here that I love. So we're putting these up there. Alright guys, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please do consider subscribing, as I would love to have you back in the channel. And until then, I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.